Bonjour, je m'appelle, into the barrier, and we are ready to go here in France for what is the first race in France. Oh my god, oh dearie me, contact immediately there, but thankfully Casper came out and they ghosted out of the way on the run towards turn 1. Quite a short run it is, and I've actually braked down the outside of someone there and made up a position to P5 as we go through turns 1 and 2 there. Things are looking pretty exceptional so far, but obviously we don't need to worry about going wide at this track because we have literally miles and miles and miles of runoff area there. I mean, literally almost all the way through to Silverstone's worth of runoff. I'd go as far as to say Jesus is the only thing that is more forgiving than this track. It really is quite exceptional. So we're going slightly wide there as someone's giving me absolutely no space whatsoever. He certainly slammed the door shut in my face there. Of that there can be no doubt. And as a result, I lost a catastrophic amount of straight line speed, and I've lost 1 position on this straight, and it looks like I'm going to lose 2 because this guy is ahead as we approach turn 8 of the French Grand Prix circuit, so he's going to no doubt be able to hold that position, although I'm going to try and hook it round the outside, but it's a very acute angle of attack for turn 9, and there's only one outcome of that, and that, yeah, there we are, there we're seeing it. He's driving off, and there's nothing I can do other than stare at his rear wing and think what might have been. Into turn 10 then, bit of a sweeper, and the guy on my right took it far better than I did, carried so much more speed through. He might as well have been Lightning McQueen for all I know. And, well, he's not red, so possibly not. But approaching the end of lap 1 now, someone's barking down the inside. So he's off, and there's a Casper as well off to the side there. Casper's all over the place, and I've lost yet more positions as someone's swooped round, I think, down the inside in all that carnage. I got blocked off by someone that had a really bad do on the corner. And it's not actually been that successful a lap, if we're honest about things. We were P5 at this point about a lap ago. Down in P8 now, whereas we were down in P5 at the start. Just one accident leading to another. Someone off there, a few too many quarantinis for him before he's come on the F1 game. That's certainly not advised if you're looking for purple sectors, but he still managed to undercut me in a massive way there. Came from nowhere. My exit speed letting me down once again on the run towards what I think is turn 3 and 4, but I could be wrong. Someone out of nowhere barging me out the way. This is Medlem. Everyone else is taking maximum advantage of the obscene runoff areas to just drive off the track and overtake me. Someone else just coming from the right-hand side. No idea where he was. He was last seen last Tuesday, and then all of a sudden he just appears from the runoff area. Someone else down my inside, and now we've got some connection problems, so we could have a bit of Casper involved at this point. Around the outside we try and go, but he shuts that door. Cars off all over the place. He's going the wrong... Oh my word, well that was just an absolute disaster. There was some serious adversity going on there, but I've actually come out quite well. We're back up into P8, despite the fact that we briefly, I think, dropped out the points, which would have been severely disappointing based on, well, the fact that I've been firmly within them throughout the race so far. This long sweeping corner reminds me of turn 1 in China for all the wrong reasons. That is one of my least favourite corners in the history of everything. Nevertheless, I've coped reasonably well with it, and I think someone must have been off. Someone's disconnected or something, because I've gone up to P7 as we now go through what is kind of like a chicane at the end of the French Grand Prix circuit, but I'm not sure if it is considered a chicane. Chicane, actually, is a French word meaning to create difficulties. So that's a bit of trivia for you. You weren't expecting that on this video on the French Grand Prix circuit, but what a race it's been so far. Someone else coming from a large amount of runoff area to now challenge me for P7. I do seem to just be going backwards in this Grand Prix, apart from the odd connection difficulty or spin out from someone ahead of me, but someone there is not going well at all. They're all out of sorts, and we could well be within a shout of P6 here, which would be very nice considering the kind of action-packed race that we've had. So onto the straight towards turn 8. We've got someone behind me more pressingly though. He's coming down the inside. We've got no ERS either because I've used it all up, so we're in big trouble here. 2 cars going down the inside. This is going to get pretty uncomfortable. Round, oh dearie me, there's a big chain reaction there, and someone's been barged off to the right, but they've managed to rejoin miles ahead of everyone. My takeoff speed was abysmal once again, and I've lost out in all sorts of forms. P7 to P9 there, they've all gone miles ahead. That was embarrassing for me. I got a bit stuck on the curb there, but I've held it together. And well, that's a real shame that I've dropped down so catastrophically when there was some real chance there of a P6 finish. But as we approach the final 3 or 4 corners, it looks as... Oh dear, no, it looks as though he's got that catastrophically wrong. He's miles away from the racing line there, using all of the runoff area, and it takes some using, as we know, in France. But it looks to me that despite that, because this track is the most forgiving circuit in the history of the world ever, he's got away with it, and it will be P9. Oh, dearie me, he's just absolutely total wipeout himself. Total wipeout. Total wipeouted in him. How do I say that? Total wipeouted. Total wipeouted himself. Over the line. The moment's passed. He crashed as he went over the start-finish straight. And I settle for P9. Yeah, it is P9. So it's points at the end of the day. And it was a very exciting race. But sadly, it could have been so much more. Never mind. Bit of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Action-packed start to finish. Thank you for watching. And goodbye.